Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Reinforcement versus FQQ. This game taking place here on Twisted Meadows. Over here on what I will call the top left hand side of the map, we have Reinforcement spawning as the green undead. Meanwhile over here at where is orange? Orange off over here. A little bit difficult to spot because of all of this dark texture on the map. We have FQQ spawning as the orange human. Human versus undead in this 1v1. It's the player called Cement. Reinforced Cement. Alright, so Cement is the name. Reinforcement, but he's just going by the name Cement. All right, it must be really hard to get his name right. Anyways, we are already looking at FQQ opening up with a later Altar of Kings than normal, which normally means that it is going to be some sort of tavern hero based upon the timing and the position of this barracks. Back on the other side here, Crypt Altar of Darkness is already nearing completion, and we should be going into some, well, Death Knight and Ghouls. Classic opening coming across from the, undead side. Meanwhile, we will have to wait a little while longer to see what FQQ is bringing to the table. Tavern Hero opening a little bit strange, especially for humans. Humans rarely go Tavern Heroes first just because of the versatility of their primary heroes. Archmage, pretty much necessary if you are trying to go for any sort of a caster strategy, even if it's just priests. Priests are very, very powerful as long as they have mana. And, well, they can often run out of mana if things just do not work out well. All right, Militia Footman now going to go ahead and engage here. A little bit of nice micro coming in from FQQ to protect that peasant, as we're looking at the, well, Knight chasing after this Acolyte here. Death Knight already out on the field, quickly picks up a Rod of Necromancy, going to go ahead and make its way down. It's Cement, but Reinforcement is just his ladder nickname. Many players have them. All right, yeah, so his name is Cement. Ladder nickname, well, yeah. You guys can read the chat, figure out what's going on here, as we are looking at a Goblin Tinker first. All right, Goblin Tinker first. My mind is trying to extrapolate what type of strategies will be forthcoming here, as this is just absolutely unorthodox already. All right, Clockwork Goblin should be making their rounds out, waiting for that third footman, maybe a third unit, as well, as they are going to go out and start trying to engage now. Meanwhile, back in the base here, well, Militia already pushing back here as the Death Knight, well, running over to try and get into a little bit of a situation here. What is going on? Are we going to see death of the Null Warden? Who's going to get that last shot off? There it goes, as a Null Overseer down to 262. Death Knight does get a little bit of experience, takes down a Footman right there, as the units are wandering around trying to absorb a little bit more damage. There goes another Clockwork Goblin. Death Knight could try and get a little bit of damage on that Null Overseer. Null Overseer battling it up, finishing off the remainder of these, well, remainder of all of those small units here, as the Death Knight down to 196 mana has plenty of time to just try and get a Death Coil to finish things off. Who's getting experience right now? It looks like the Death Knight got a little bit more experience. I'm not quite sure how, as the Death Knight going to wander in, get in, well, 2 or 3 shots onto that Null Overseer. Perhaps, well, let's see what's going to happen here. Death Knight going to, well, try to get the experience, but the Claws of Attack +5 go to the Tinker. Tinker now finishing off the remainder of those units here. Tinker, Death Knight, both very close to level 2, as both sides lost a little bit of units in this engagement. Goblin Tinker, a not very fast hero at all. We are also looking at Crypt Fiends joining in on the fight here, as this one footman could get taken down. One more shot. There it goes, that Crypt Fiend's long distance attack finishing off the unit. All right, this is already a very strange game indeed. What can the Goblin Tinker do at this point and stage? He does have Boots of Speed and a Staff of Teleportation. Is he going to be trying to finish off the remainder of this creep camp here? Could try and drop, yep. Oh, wait, no, that does not work. That does not work. That's on the low ground. All right, Pocket Factory, absolutely not useful at all, as it is on the low ground there. FQQ just, well, he got himself into a little bit of trouble right there. Not quite sure what else he can do at this point. A grave mistake, and I guess that's what happens when you try to go for a strategy that is really not that common. You end up, well, positioning yourself in a bad way. All right, coming back down here, we are looking at, well, FQQ, where is all of his peasants? He says he has 13 workers, but I don't see them on the map. They are, oh, they're militia clearing out off over here. All right, as the Goblin Tinker picks up a belt of giant strength. Peasants now making their way out here. We are looking at a number of, well, I think this is actually one, two, no, and that's 5 workers on the line here. Are we going to be getting up some guard towers? Yes, we are. Goblin Tinker, Crypt Fiend should be able to easily destroy these scout towers if they are not under repair, but it looks like the repairs are already in order. Work order already in position. Death Knight gonna go ahead and get some more experience once again. Death Knight finishing off peasants pretty easily, but with the positioning of those guard towers now, the Death Knight is gonna have a difficult time pushing forth. At this position, or at this time, Cement should consider getting up that slaughterhouse and then getting up a meat wagon. A meat wagon, obsidian statue, those are probably the 2 things that he needs for this push. It does look like he's going into a tier 3 instead, and there is that obsidian statue, which is very important. But already we're looking at FQQ trying to, well, bunker down inside his base, getting up a triple guard towers, and now going into quadruple towers as well. Lich on the board with some experience. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Meanwhile, wow, so difficult to spot the orange on the map. But if I switch colors, well, I have to spot green on the mini-map. I think this was like the 2 worst possible colors for, to be chosen here. Anyways, we're looking at Forest Trolls getting taken down once again. Wait, I can do ally colors. There we go. Oh, that helps my eyes so much. Let me do one more so it's actually red versus blue. All right, so FQQ going to go ahead and finish off the rock golems here as well, as it is blue versus red. So much easier to spot all of these colors now as the forest troll is going to get taken down. Okay, orange is not bad, but orange was not orange was not bad, but orange was not easy to spot on the mini map in these locations, right? When they're like walking around. Anyways, coming back through, Skeletal Minion's going to go ahead and engage here. Quad towers easily defending. Goblin Tinker also picking up some, well, mercenaries as well to try and clear out this creep camp. Are you talking about the last president? Goblin Tinker going to go ahead and engage here. Rock Golem going to get taken down. Goblin Shredder in position as well, as the Rock Golem will not give the Goblin Tinker level 4, but should be very close after this creep camp right there. Wow, pretty much on the money as he picks up some items here. And, well, what is he going to do? Goblin Zeppelin going to go ahead and pick up, try to reposition as well, picking up a couple of peasants. And it looks like this is going to be a corner ninja expansion. What is going on? All right, a ninja expansion over here. Peasants are going to actually be elevator dropped on over and trying to pick up some units. The tech to tier 2 has still not begun. And this should be a very clear indicator for Cement that an expansion is somewhere on the map. All right, Goblin Tinker, double belts of giant strength. 1,100 hit points plus 12 strength, as we're going to see a little bit of damage go down here. Well, Pocket Factory already cranking out some units. We're going to see this poor Goblin Shredder taking a lot more damage than it should. It needs to back up, perhaps get repaired. What is going on? Why aren't the peasants, well, coming over to repair? That is the big question right now, as the units are going to go ahead and try and engage here with those Clockwork Goblins making their way over. All right, continuing that fight as well. Goblin Shredder building up an Arcane Vault. Little bit of roar damage. Forest Troll Berserker taking a lot of damage as well. Footman, well, absorbing that quite a bit, as this Forest Troll Berserker could end up getting taken down to 23 hit points, able to back away. There you are. Now peasants are actually the one absorbing that damage. Has to be careful. Granite Golem down to 28 hit points. Finally gets taken down, as we are going to see a stone token now picked up too. All right, only one peasant left. Scroll of Regeneration will need to be used, and then they will start building up a Town Hall, a ninja expansion over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map. All right, Lich, Claws of Attack plus 9, Claws of Attack plus 5. Well, already in position. Level 3 on that Lich as well. Ogre Warrior going to end up getting taken down, as we see the Goblin Zeppelin overhead. There's the Clarity Potion. There's the Scroll of Regeneration. There's the building, and, well, The unit should be elevator lifted into the Zeppelin and then moved on out. That Goblin Tinker going to be staying at level 5 for a little bit. Is the Goblin Shredder going to stay here? All right, the Goblin Shredder actually going to be staying here to do a little bit of, well, harvesting, interestingly enough, as the, well, units are on the move once again. That Goblin Shredder is not going to have anywhere to really travel to, though, unfortunately for himself, as the tech, well, no, tech to tier 2 has still not done, and this looks like old school Infi, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, just getting up a massive number of towers. All right, building towers like it is going out of style. Death Knight and Lich, well, creeping out the corners of the map, both sitting at level 3. Are we getting up a third hero? No, we're not. Only the Death Knight and the Lich working together. As is the Goblin Zeppelin going to try and clear out another difficult island corner? That may be the scenario here. Militia now being brought back out and over, flying the unfriendly skies, picking up a Goblin Zeppelin, and now where are they going to be traveling to? Thank you for the follow. This is still a rather unorthodox game. I'm trying to figure out what these players are doing, and, well, not quite sure what to make of it. Goblin Tinker sitting at level 4. A couple of thunderclaps here. We need to see another Arcane Ball to be placed now, and Forest Troll Berserker taking a lot of damage, and now down to 75 hit points. It is getting healed up by this one Forest Troll Shadow Priest, but as I mentioned earlier, not having Brilliance Aura really makes a difference here as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest finishes off the last air unit. All right, Granite Golem fighting back against here. Goblin Tinker taking that damage. So are these little clockwork goblins as well, as the Granite Golem quickly or slowly gonna lose that last bit of life, get taken down to level 5. All right, Clarity Potion gonna be used, Scroll of Regeneration perhaps as well. Picking up that Potion of Restoration, very important, very powerful items indeed, as the Goblin Zeppelin now, well, dropping down to more peasants once more. All right, massive guard towers, masonry upgrade level 1. Where are the repairs? This is just absolutely odd here. All of this pressure off on all of these guard towers here, and the peasants are not bothering to repair. Obsidian statue now looking to back up, and this is what I meant earlier when I was saying, you know, when you see your opponent going for 3 guard towers already, getting 1 meat wagon is perhaps just absolutely necessary. All right, a little bit of splash damage coming across from those destroyers. Destroyers with mana are also good tower dealers as well, as we get level 4 on the Death Knight and that Lich. More pressure coming across here, more damage onto all of these peasants as well. This is not looking good for FQQ's main base, but, well, he has bases pretty much all across the map, or will in just a moment, as more towers are getting lost as well. All right, he has retrained the cluster rockets and should be coming into some sort of movement here in just a little bit later. Where's that Goblin Tinker going to go? Staff of Teleportation back home. And where is he actually going to try and teleport? Teleport back inside the base here, and now going to perhaps try and fight its way through. There's some cluster rockets finishing off buildings. Actually take damage from cluster rockets. I did not know that. As the, well, Goblin Tinker is ready to just fight its way through here. Death Knight. Oh, there's some more damage as well. The Death Knight, the building position, actually making it difficult to try and get inside here. All right, none of these units are really taking that much damage. There's a Death Coil. Death Knight now looking to retreat back. More cluster rockets, more damage here. And who is going to win out in this race, as the Lich and this base may end up falling? No tech to tier 2 at all. We're looking at cluster rockets. Oh my gosh, rockets destroying buildings. 500 mana. How is this constantly possible? Rocket after rocket after rocket is just destroying all of these buildings. The Acolytes are unable to repair, and we're going to see another handful of buildings lost here in just a second. All right, Black Citadel needs to train up more here. Another cluster of rockets, and there goes all of those buildings right there. We're looking at 49 supply, over 20. Upside down on supply right now. Unable to train up any more units, and then summoning... Oh, dang it. Summoning units are going to be nearly impossible as well. All right, Demolition Tinker destroying building after building, as the, well, Potion of Restoration. Oh, we'll use the Potion of Restoration right there, and now going after more Acolytes again. All right, Obsidian Statue continuing to try and heal. All right, are we going to see more damage? Acolytes looking to back away. There goes more damage again. One more follow-up. No, not going to be enough. And that Demolition Tinker dealing so much damage as the retreat into the top right-hand side of the map. All right, Goblin Tinker. He's going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation out. Where is he going to Staff of Teleportation to? Down across here, pick up some additional items. More guard towers are getting added. Tech to tier 2 now underway. A little bit late at the almost 15-minute mark as the remainder of these buildings are getting taken out. All right. Well, this is the actual standard zoom, right? This is really the standard zoom. Unfortunately, I cannot change or fix that. Some peasants should actually be off of the gold mine here and then trying to harvest lumber instead. Level 6 Tinker ability is immune to magic, right? Yeah, if he goes into Robo Goblin, he is immune to magic, so death coils are not going to work. Destroyers are now in the air looking for these potential expansions. We can see also an expansion coming across from cement here off on the side. Where is the remainder of the buildings? And oh, this is gonna get interesting. I'm sorry, the mini map is broken. I cannot actually tell where buildings are because there's really only three buildings here, even though it looks like there is a full base down across here. Level 6 Goblin Tinker, Robo Tinker, able to deal so much damage. Belt of Giant Strength, one of them was sold, interestingly enough, as we are looking at a Goblin Zeppelin making its way over. And, well, if you don't like the army that your race can produce, why not just hire up other ones? Belt of Giant Strength dropped temporarily, still a clause of attack right there. Scroll of Regeneration being used to try and heal on up. We should pick that up in just a little bit. Mason or Lumber Mill is now done. Blacksmith is done as well. Are we going to be going into mass barracks? That is the question, as this is going to be the last building here. It is 2 bases to 2 bases, but this gold mine only has about 6 minutes of mining left. Destroyers going every which way, trying to figure out where his opponent could possibly be. And, well, when he finds it, what's going to happen? Destroyer now looking to retreat back here. Goblin Tinker, I guess he already used the Stone Golem, or perhaps he sold it. Not 100% sure at this point in stage in the game, as we are looking at, well, no production buildings here either. More peasants just working as well. More peasants going to that lumber line. Are we getting the lumber harvesting upgrade? No, we are not. And, well, this Goblin Shredder working overtime will end up clearing out all of the forests or all of the trees on this little island expansion in the corner. This is definitely your non-standard game right here, right now. Blacksmith. Are we going to go straight into workshops? I don't see a barracks as any sort of production buildings, as in come the units, and here we are. Are we going to see, well, there's the rockets, going to go ahead and destroy some of these buildings, destroy some of these acolytes already. Death Knight, Staff of Teleportation already comes in. Another Staff of Teleportation. Units are going to try to retreat back. Zeppelin could end up getting taken down to 120, down to 57. Whoa! Not having a single destroyer right there was the difference, as that Goblin Zeppelin could have been shot down, clearing out every unit inside of it as well. All right, mass repairs now underway for that Goblin Zeppelin here. Meanwhile, Death Knight and Lich both sitting at level 4, looking to get to level 5. But the strange thing is going to be, once they get to level 5, if the Goblin Zeppelin, or if the Goblin Tinker, excuse me, is at level 6, it's not going to matter. He's not going to actually fall. And he's not going to be able to be death coiled or frost nova'd at all. All right, a lot of strange circumstances here. Peasants. Oh my gosh. More dirtiness as well. Peasants are clearing out trees in the back here, and we all know what that means. That is going to be a bunch of dropped mortars along the back side. Meanwhile, Goblin Tinker is in position, clears out some units here. Force Troll Shadow Priest is going to get picked up. Yes, it gets picked up. Units are all going to be retreated again, as the Goblin Zeppelin is forced to retreat once more. Where are the destroyers? There were no destroyers and no web at all. Oh, it is not going to be mortar teams. It is just going to be good old-fashioned towers. It's going to be, is it going to be cannon towers? It's going to be cannon towers? All right. Scout towers upgrading to cannon towers behind the enemy base. Why the heck not? All right. Death Knight coming back across here. Going to clear up the remainder of this creep camp easily gonna spot easily gonna get to level 5 off of this creep camp, I believe, at least for the Death Knight. Lich, not 100% sure. Should be very close. Come on, wait. 2 more creeps. Death Knight should get to level 5 at least off of both of them. Come on. Yep, 1 more shot. There it goes. Level 5 Death Knight. Lich has level 4. The Lich has plus 23 damage with an Orb of Corruption and a Kagar's Gem of Health. That cannon tower is nearing completion now, as the Goblin Tinker is just hanging back at home, as we are now going into, well, mass flying machines, of course. What else would you do? All right. Goblin Zeppelins all flying out across the map. You can see another haunted gold mine right here. Goblin Zeppelin has a couple of peasants there. We're looking at an unloading once again, as there is just so many guard towers. Only level 1 masonry upgrade. Not quite sure why it's only level 1 here, as the Goblin Tinker now, well, jumps into the back here and now going to clear things up. All right, gonna try and fight their way through 1 cannon tower. We're gonna see more cluster rockets almost finish off, get in some damage here, as the, well, 1 more rocket should be able to take down all of those acolytes. Nope, there's the rockets, and whoa, 13 hit points. Able to Scroll of Town Portal away, but the gold mine is taken out. All right, 1 haunted gold mine available here. Army back across here. 1 Goblin Zeppelin here. This, I will give it a special title. I don't know what the title I'm going to give it is yet, but I know I'm going to give it a special title. That cannon tower is actually blindly shooting ground right now, because it has a really long range, but it doesn't actually know if the buildings are destroyed. Coming back here, nothing going on here, as we are looking at the Death Knight and the Lich perhaps going to be getting into position once more. Flying machines, well, taking to the skies. We should be getting higher level upgrades, more gunpowder upgrades as well. Goblin Tinker needs to heal up as well, and he has the gold. He needs to move this Goblin Shredder somewhere else as well, as the Death Knight and the Lich are both going to be at level 5 after clearing out this creep camp. A Claws of Attack plus 9 as an additional item too. All right, this is absolutely strange. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, perhaps not necessarily the item that he needs. Is that Claws of Attack? Yep, that Claws of Attack is still there, as we're looking and still wandering around, leaving behind a Claws of Attack plus 9, even though he has a Claws of Attack plus 5. All right, coming back down to the south here, summoning up some new buildings. Meat Wagon gonna go ahead and challenge that cannon tower now, and that will get taken down, as there are still a whole bunch of guard towers in a protective circumstance here. All right, flying machines lying off, ready to, well, counter-attack here in just a moment. Here we are. Here's the engagement. Where's the flying machines? They're not, well, diving in as of yet. Death Knight absorbing a lot of that damage, as the flying machine squadron should be able to fly on in and take down those destroyers. Here comes the units. Are we going to see web fly machines? There's the web. A lot of damage. Oh, 1 destroyer down to dead, as it does not give level 6 to that Goblin Tinker as of yet. More damage still coming back across. Flying machines trying to, well, burst down the damage and units again, but a Death Coil is going to save once more, as the Death Knight going to retreat back. Flying machine is going to take down the Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Zeppelin gets taken down, and now the Death Knight and army is stuck right here. Well, Scroll of Town Portal can still get them out, though. All right, still more damage coming back across here. Where is the Goblin, or the Goblin Tinker, still down here? A lot of guard towers, flying machines still training up more units, as an Acolyte is going to be setting up another base again. All right, this is still a little bit strange. 49 supply compared to 62 cement. Trying to finish off all of this cheese here. Peasants getting destroyed. Acolytes are going to be transitioning back over as well, as the Death Knight finishes off guard tower after guard tower. All right, another set getting taken out. Lich really just enjoying all of this damage, and the Lich actually getting to level 6. Well, that may end up becoming a problem as well. More death coils coming in from the Death Knight, keeping these destroyers alive. The fly machines were unable to work the yeah, the mini-map bug is really going to make this difficult, as we're looking at the Goblin Tinker now diving on in again. All right, are those more damage? Yes, and there goes another round of cluster rockets. We're trying to get in some repairs, as the Tinker, well, wants to finish off some of those units as well. Are we going to see these units getting taken down? Yes, there goes some more units getting taken out as well, as the Nerubian Tower is going to get shut down here. Goblin Tinker could finish off the last couple of Acolytes off in this corner. The cooldown is already done. Just, well, cluster rocket this spot right there, and it will pretty much be over. Just finishing things off. There goes some more Acolytes down. They all go. Scroll of Town Portal for the quick retreat. And, well, Goblin Tinker lives to fight another day. All right, 1 lone Crypt Fiend being left behind here to fight back against, well, what is being left in this corner? Mini-map problems. Goblin Shredder. Well, might as well just strip mine this entire forest, as War is pretty much looking at a large number of gold and a low number of, well, lumber, causing in a bit of problems for himself. Fly Machine's going to go ahead and retreat back. 62 supply compared to 43. War could actually build a much larger army when the time actually comes. This game with nowhere, with no end in sight as of yet. All right, Acolytes nearly done mining in this position. There's gold mine here. There is a gold mine here. Why isn't it getting cleared up? And oh, let's Fly Machine trying to go after the Destroyers. Destroyers getting a big death coil once again. There goes one Fly Machine as the Fly Machine's trying to chase after all of those Destroyers. Will they be able to catch up as the Destroyers are just suffering a little bit of damage from the back once more? Destroyers movement speed. Well, movement speed is fast. The Fly Machine is very fast. Oh, Flying Machine's actually very fast, but when coupled without Unholy Aura, they are unable to catch up, and now the Goblin Tinker is at level 6. Alright, level 6. He is now immune to magic as well. No Death Coils, no Frost Novas will be effective at all, as the Goblin Tinker is just dealing so much damage. Robo Goblin ready to just finish off this Obsidian statue. There is another round of rockets, finishing that off again. Large number of cluster rockets right there. Robo Tinker just wandering around. That armor, movement speed, very fast, very difficult. You can't even Death Coil, you can't Frost Nova it, and it's just gonna wander around again. Tinker at level 6, and it is just on the move. Absolute large, massive building, immune to magic. And, well, how do you handle it? That is the question. All right, units going to be rounding themselves out again. The Fly Machines do not have the ground attack at all, as we are looking at, well, an upgrade to Castle over here in the bottom right-hand side of the map. All right, War 3 is not mining over here on that top right base either, looking for the, well, is that the Robo Goblin? Yes, the Robo Goblin being repaired by peasants. Right there. Does it actually... Okay, yes, it does actually cost a little bit of... no, Staff of Teleportation now ready. Where's it going to go? All right, gonna go ahead and head off over here. Gonna clear off this creep camp. No slow. Well, there's a slow onto that Acolyte. Acolyte, however, will be able to get away pretty easily as the Goblin Zeppelin now heads away. All right, Goblin Tinker is in position. How much damage are you going to see? Cluster Rockets try to finish things off here. Is going to get surrounded. Oh, that was actually going to be interesting. There is a surround. There is a stun to try and break things free. And this is actually the worst possible way to see a Robo Tinker get destroyed. He is trying to just break free right here. This is not going to work out well for him. The Death Knight is dealing so much damage. And the Robo Tinker, who had just stopped the teleportation, is going to end up getting taken down, giving level 6 to the Death Knight and the Lich. All right, level 6 Lich, level 6 Death Knight. Death Knight now having access to Death and Decay.
Research complete.
And now having access to Death and Decay will have a very easy time finishing off buildings. Meanwhile, Robo Tinker getting resurrected at the tavern and now will be forced to make its way back out onto the battlefield. Fly Machines do not have the ground attack yet. Are we getting that upgrade? Yes, we are. We are finally getting Flying Machine bombs, as there is still a very, very well protected expansion off over here. All right, where is this Goblin Tinker going to try and travel to next? It has a potion of invulnerability in addition to a scroll of town portal in order to get away. Oh, there was an expansion here. All right, there was an expansion down here. My apologies for not being able to spot it on the minimap. As we're looking at the top right expansion getting cleared up, Death and Decay being used as, well, Crypt Fiends and a Death Knight do not make for good building destruction. Goblin Zeppelin gonna go ahead and get elevated as well. Funny how humans only have footmen and knights as actual humans. Yeah. All right, gonna go ahead and make the moves out once more. Death Knight. Okay, come on, Lich. You have a Claws of Attack +5. Did you upgrade? Or did you just give it to the Death Knight? All right, Death Knight now has the Claws of Attack +5. There you go. Or +9. Now on the move once more. plus 23 damage on that Lich. Meanwhile, Flying Machine's going to go ahead and bombard that gold mine pretty quickly. You can see that damage and how quickly it adds up. There are repairs going on here. Flying Machine's now being brought back over. A couple of quick webs as 2 Fly Machines getting cleared up. And now what does that mean? It means that the Goblin Tinker is just going to be coming back on over, trying to get some damage again. All right, Goblin Tinker going up against these buildings. Goblin Tinker does deal bonus damage to buildings as he is once again on the move once more. Obsidian statue getting in the way. And what is this? We're looking at a transition into Necromancers. Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you for the bits, Matt. Yeah, thank you very much. 10 years of content. Here's to another 10-year more. Wow. Yeah. Thanks a lot. That will definitely help me out and pay all of those bills. All right. Coming back around, we're looking at Haunted Gold Mine going to get pressured, and look at how much damage this building is taking. It's almost more than 100 damage per swing, especially since it had no armor whatsoever. Look at that terrible damage indeed. As the Necropolis, look at that. Oh, it's like 150 damage per swing right there. Are already down to 348. Is it going to continue to drop? Yes, it has a little bit of armor now, but may not make much of a difference. All right, that's going to end up getting taken down once more. As we're looking at, well, War trying to defend that location. Goblin Shredder, well, has no more chances of mining either, as the Lich should be able to focus down that Shredder with pretty much no problem. Coming back to the other side, Fly Machine's going to go ahead and bombard. Bombing runs onto the Nerubian Tower and then finishing off another Haunted Gold Mine here. The minimap is absolutely making it difficult. Broken minimap making this game absolutely difficult for me to cast, as the Crypt Fiends are finishing off more Scout Towers as well. All right. Well, I don't know why they were dizzy. Perhaps a Goblin Zeppelin was shot out of the sky here. We have 11 Acolytes not doing anything. Death Knight wandering around as well. Lich gonna spot this expansion down over here as the Acolyte is trying to fight back once more. This expansion, is it out? Yes, it is going to be out here, as the Mountain King is going to be joining in on the battle. We are going into Griffins. All right, so 32 minutes into this game, we are going to go into a tech change and then change into Griffins. Why the heck not? As, well, we are looking at FQQ looking to clear up this expansion, at which was the starting location. Coming back to the other side, Flying Machine's going to go ahead and clear out all of these Nerubian towers, perhaps the Ziggurat as well. Necropolis could easily get taken down too, as, well, the Robo Tinker, I don't know where the Robo Tinker is as of yet. No, Robo Tinker hiding in the back here. Perhaps going to try and clear out, get some repairs, and perhaps try and fight against this location once more. Star-Shaped, thank you for the host. Great game. This is still an absolute bonkers game. 32 minutes. Level 6 Robo Goblin, level 6 Death Knight, level 6 Lich. With a level 1 Mountain King, as the Robo Goblin is just dropping the hammer on so many buildings, trying to finish and clean up this game here. All right, squadrons of Flying Machines that I cannot see because they are on the top part of the map. You can only see their shadows, will be flying in from the north again, as, well, in comes the Tinker. Goblin Tinker going to dive on in. There goes the rockets, going to deal in more damage again. Perhaps try to finish off the Spirit Towers. So much damage per attack once more, as another cluster of rockets could be used here. Going to go ahead and finish it off. There goes another, as the Death Knight and the army is just down here to the south. All right, what is this going to go ahead and do? Staff of Teleportation, no real way to stop it, as it going to go ahead and teleport back to this lumber mill down here. All right, Fly Machines going after some ghouls indeed. Mountain King still sitting at 1.3. I don't think he's left his home at all. Still sitting just right there. He does have an access to Arcane Vault, and we could perhaps be getting an Orb of Fire as well to allow him to attack the air. All right, the damage is still absolutely going crazy here. A couple of burrowed Crypt Fiends, just in case those Crypt Fiends need a web down any of those Fly Machines. Fly Machines, however, with their ability to just fly to every corner of the map, opting to attack the expansion again instead. Robo Tinker on the move back over here to the bottom right, making sure that this Necropolis is going to get destroyed. All right, building after building, Zeppelin after Zeppelin taken out and owning these skies. FQQ able to just perhaps try and shut down more expansions again and again. All right, currently no mining for cement. Cement is pretty much stuck in place with nowhere to go, as another Necropolis is going to get destroyed here. All right, no mining here for FQQ either. I think gold is actually static on both sides. 1900 gold. FQQ actually not having any lumber at all. So no lumber in addition to not mining any gold. All right, Necropolis going to get taken down here. Mantle of Intelligence, well, being left behind. No real reason to worry. Mountain King getting long distance experience as the flying machines are, well, destroying buildings, taking down spirit towers and Nerubian towers. This feels like steam tank cheese. Yeah, it does. Well, all you need is one tank right now, and Tinker seems to be that main tank right now, as that flying machine's still destroying, taking down acolytes and taking down these ziggurats. Ziggurats are trying to be repaired. Army. Oh, there in comes the Goblin Tinker here, ready to finish off everything else. The Goblin Tinker able to deal so much damage, as the ziggurats are just going to end up getting destroyed. Ziggurats, however, do not give experience. Only their upgraded brethren do. All right, no haunted gold mine here. All right, main forces are attacking here. Mountain King pretty much destroyed the instant it was spotted. Death Knight able to use Death Coil Frost Nova to burst down that Mountain King, as Death and Decay, the perfect well, tower clear, as all of these towers are gonna get lost here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 towers, while adding damage to that castle. Major damage indeed, and it deals a percentage of its damage. Is that how it works? Is that why all of those buildings, even though the castle has 2200 hit points, is going to die? Yes, that is. Death Knight gets up to level 7. Lich staying at level 6 now. Arcane Tower now feeding onto a Crypt Fiend instead, as, well, that collection of towers all getting destroyed. Meanwhile, what is going on here? Robo Goblin gonna go in and take down the Black Citadel, saying I too can destroy buildings, and maybe even better. But what is this? Animate Dead now online, as undead and acolytes are just wandering around here. Flying machine going after the meat wagon. One flying machine not getting, well, not there, as we're to that Scroll of Town portal back to the corner, as we're now repairing FQQ again. 4 hit points per second, so 25 seconds will destroy the building. So that is why the castle was also destroyed alongside all of those guard towers here, as the Lich now plays a little bit of cleanup. Mountain King not going to get resurrected, as we can see. The Griffin Aviary didn't really train up much either. 68 supply compared to 33, as the Tinker, sitting at level 6, was ready to go back into action once more. All right. Goblin Zeppelin has one peasant. What is it going to try and do in the corners of the map? Obsidian statues, Crypt Fiends, finishing off the remainder of the buildings. Death and Decay still having, what, 40-second cooldown, and it should be able to take down this cluster of buildings. Normally, you would say, yeah, hit more buildings, but with the way Death and Decay work of hit points, it actually makes sense to go after a cluster of high hit point buildings than as opposed to a smaller cluster, even if it's only 1 or 2 more buildings off over here. He will build a farm there. Well, thank you for the host Star Shape, which got me up to 128. Still a great game, and this is still going, well, nowhere quickly. Metaphysics, if you can find me another like 20-minute game, I'll go ahead and try to cast one more after this. Death Knight, well, still searching around. Gonna go ahead and try and take down this expansion over here to the top right. Oh, you already sent me one? All right, well, how am I supposed to know? Lich gonna go ahead and clean this up. All right, pacing of this game still rather strange. Mining, there is no mining going on. No hunting of this gold mine here. Needs mining going on here. So it is actually possible for, well, Cement to get his economy back up underneath him. However, FQQ is still in a strange spot here, just wandering around with this high-level Goblin Tinker, trying to, well, shut down mining every way, shape, and form. Death Knight sitting at level 7. Crypt Fiends are all here, going to end up finishing things off as well, as just adding in damage per shot here. Are we going to see the cluster rockets? There you are, cluster rockets dealing damage across multiple units once more. Acolytes are trying to move away. Lich, the Orb of Corruption does not remove the armor from the Goblin Tinker. Yep, it does not remove armor from the Goblin Tinker, so that Tinker is still sitting pretty strong here as it's trying to move back down again. Meanwhile, what is going on here? Goblin Shredder going to try to collect more lumber as FQQ tries to take an expansion that was previously taken already. Tinker now making his way over here to the bottom left. Would you tell that there is actually a white building in this position? I can't, as we're looking at the Goblin Tinker with another set of rockets taking down, well, Acolytes again. Are we going to see another set of rockets here finishing off all of these Acolytes and also getting a stun in on the Lich? Yes, we are. Wow, not finishing off the Acolytes. One more, two more. Goblin Tinker still trying to rack up a little bit more experience. All right, another set of rockets. There goes that last Acolyte there. Staff of Teleportation. Goblin Tinker almost gets taken down to 88, 90 hit points, and now needs to be repaired as well. Needs to train up some peasants. Sitting at 24 supply over 24, actually supply blocked at this point and stage in the game. Flying machines nowhere to really attack here. Well, there's a shade here keeping track of things. Goblin Zeppelin lifting up once more. There's some repairs. We need to see a farm somewhere as Goblin Tinker is in a little bit of trouble once again. Meat Wagon going to come across, spot this location here in just a moment. And, well, we are going to be going into a bit of an engagement. Meat Wagon down to 62 hit points. It's going to get taken down. And, well, unable to get picked up by that Goblin Zeppelin in time. All right. I guess a fly machine was shot down earlier, opening up supply once more to train up additional peasants. More farms need to be built. This is still... Oh. All right. There's a farm. There's a farm right there. Okay. All right. There's a... Okay. FQQ... FQQ is a Cantonese flower bridge. That's I guess that's why he's playing this here. I don't know. I guess you have to know Cantonese to understand that joke. But yeah, this he's a flower bridge player, and just making it difficult to shut it down. For those of you guys who don't know how to say or speak Cantonese, Cantonese for flower bridge is FQQ. All right. So let's go ahead and break things down here. Death Knight able to finish off that Goblin Shredder right there, taking down a couple of peasants as well as the Crypt Fiends are taking down this town hall. All right, coming back around here, Goblin Tinker, Robo Tinker, just trying to destroy buildings. And if this turns into Todd, after all these years, Todd decides to follow me. After I'm just having fun with this cast, man. A lot of viewers, a lot of bits, and just a crazy, crazy game coming after all of these years here as we're looking at another expansion attempt getting underway. All right, more expansions coming here. This one, well, farm making it difficult. And, well, as long as these buildings are still constantly being produced, another, was that another host by Todd? Is that why all of a sudden there's so many follows as well as the Death Knight still wandering around, making its position known as again? All right, Workshop gonna go ahead and get shut down here. Griffin Avery Blacksmith will get cleared up. There is no town hall here. Thank you for the follows again, as the town halls are going to get set up. Robo Goblin going to try and finish off a Goblin Tinker. Lich actually at plus 24 damage. Normally that's really large, but its base damage itself is also 48 as well. Todd, as the Lich now making its way over again. True Shot Aura Lich, Khadgar's Gem of Health, adding in more flying machines, trying to pick off units. Very difficult to do so. A couple of Acolytes are going to get bombarded again as the Goblin Tinker still sits at level 7. All right, nothing. Well, nope, I can't say nothing as there is a new building being placed down here, a new building being placed down here as well. Tinker is still trying to destroy buildings all across again, as more and more getting lost across the map. All right. What is going to go down here? More Acolytes getting destroyed. We're 43 minutes into a very crazy game. 56 supply compared to 17. It looks like FQQ will end up winning this game here eventually. There is just limited resources all across this map, even though it is Twisted Meadows, a land of 1,000 gold mines. This must be what Alaska looked like during the gold rush, during the summer. Just gold pretty much everywhere you looked, as the Tinker now looks to back away again. Goblin Tinker down to 515 hit points, gonna try and retreat once more. Is the Death Knight trapped? No, the Death Knight should not be trapped. Death Knight has the goblins. Well, there's goblin zeppelins all over the place. You should never have a trapped Death Knight. I don't know. You guys have been watching for the past 44 minutes alongside with me. FQQ is just playing absolute cheese throughout this game, and has been doing a good job. Peasants able to repair a goblin tinker, and well, changing things up again. It does cost gold and lumber to repair a goblin tinker, for all of you guys who are wondering. Death Knight still wandering around here. Goblin Zeppelin perhaps going to try an elevator and lift up into this location once again. Doesn't even bother with, well, full saturation may be just a temporary thing, as the Death Knight is going to be elevated over as well. All right, the Death Knight using Unholy Aura, being able to move across the map very quickly. Again, in comes the Obsidian Statues, Crypt Fiends, Death Knight, Death Coil, finishing off this base pretty easily. Meanwhile, Flying Machines, the squadron trying to figure out what it can actually shoot down. What is this rogue squadron of flying machines gonna do here, as it is separate from the army once again? Goblin Tinker, what is this? Okay, Cement is actually down to 19 gold. In terms of just constant fighting, I think the Goblin Tinker could actually just start destroying buildings, and just start dealing damage and finishing off all of these remaining buildings here. Thank you for the follow again, as we are still looking at more gold mines getting, well, trying to be mined. Yes, little bit of mining happening here, not very much. Mining going to be established here. Mining full saturation here. Death Knight looking to finish off this town hall once more, but still doesn't know about this out of the way scout farm off to the very north. All right, what is going to happen next? That is still the crazy question. And was FQQ the person who had that one scout tower on that was like off on an island that ended up destroying and changing the game? I'm just trying to yeah, your fate is cemented. All right, Death Knight looking to clear up an expansion. No, that was Linguagua. All right, Death Knight now looking to finish off the remaining of these peasants again. However, Staff of Teleportation coming in. Goblin Tinker wanting to finish off. There is a quick stun, and now once more going to be rolling on out, canceling, however, that Town Hall. All right, Goblin Tinker, a fast-moving tank all across the map. A couple of, well, what is that? Oh, flying machines actually able to shoot down a goblin zeppelin. Those Crypt Fiends are actually heavily dizzied. Is that the reason why these... yeah, that's why the reason why they're attacking so slow. There you go, finally getting all of that cleared back up. Coming back around here, we are mining here once again. Robo Goblin once more on the move, gonna try and clear things up here. Perhaps stun down a couple of buildings again, and getting a couple of, getting a slaughterhouse in one shot, as that Goblin Tinker is just mowing through building after building after building. There goes another. Well, it looks as though Cement is getting a little bit of gold somehow. Perhaps he's selling some of his items as he's trying to roll on out again. How long does Dizzy last? A very long time, but but it's like the slow on the Warden's critical strike. The longer it sticks, the less the slow effectiveness is. All right. All right, he sold the flute. So far, though, Goblin Tinker still trying to roll away. We are looking at the Lich finding another expansion here. Going to shut down this town hall once again, and nothing happening in this bottom corner at all, as we are still looking at lumber still being harvested. Over 3,000 lumber for Cement. FQQ still has 1,600 gold, and he's still collecting more and still building expansions. This game is just a game of absolute frustration, as the peasants are really just repairing this one-man army, this Goblin Tinker, to try and destroy building after building. All right. Looks like things have to be on the move. Once again, Death Knight finishes off one flying machine. Peasants trying to just mine, but that is not going to work out well. And we see, well, the Goblin Tinker says, you know what? If you're going to take down some of my buildings, I'll go ahead and go after some of yours. Another round of cluster rockets finishes off. There's a Staff of Teleportation. Lich shows up onto the battlefield as we are going to be getting into some damage. All right, more cluster rockets could be coming underway. Going to go ahead and try and take down some more buildings again, as we are just run by smackings. That's 80 damage per hit, as the stuns are also finishing off some of these buildings as well. We're down to 60 hit point or 600 hit points, trying to retreat again, and we'll be able to do exactly that. All right. Goblin Tinker still running out across the field. There's another Staff of Teleportation. Claws of Attack, I believe, were picked up and sold as the units now retreat once again. Death Knight looking to finish off this town hall. Meanwhile, there is a new town hall being built here as the peasants are repairing this Goblin Tinker, as he's already back up to 1100 hit points. All right, translating gold into hit points on that Goblin Tinker. Goblin Tinker with that belt of giant strength actually is very strong, and the natural regeneration on that Goblin Tinker very high. All right, Tinker now running on its way through. Crypt Fiends making a wall of units as the Goblin Tinker tries to do a run by and just trying to do a drive by here. But I don't know. It seems like too many bugs just getting in the way. Again, another round of cluster rockets between these two. The dam needs one more hit. All right, there goes one building. One more building. That's going to end up getting taken down. Staff of Teleportation. Is it going to be able to get out? No Potion of Invulnerability, and this could be the end. Stunning his way out. Staff of Teleportation is still on cooldown. Going to try and finish things off. Is he going to get another stun off? Yes, he does. Gets another stun off, but ends up getting destroyed. A level 7 Goblin Tinker who's been carrying the game on his back ends up getting surrounded by mass units. All right. I normally like to cast much more like meta serious games, but this game is just very, very unfortunate for FQQ here. 39 supply, 0. How many buildings are left? Mini-map being broken makes this an absolute tedious chore. And a tour around all of Twisted Meadows, which is also... Wait, what is going on here? Resurrected at the tavern, no longer being in danger of revealing, as the necropolis is being built somewhere. Where is the necropolis being built? I wish I knew. Oh, a necropolis being built right next to his opponent, and he's pretty much saying, if you want to take out this building, you need to fly on over here as well. All right, he too can play this game, and that's exactly what's happening. A new necropolis being built in an island location, the one place the Goblin Tinker has been setting up so much of his operations, only to now have it reversed back. All right, peasant trying to retreat away. This peasant gonna get taken out, almost 3k gold. Where are all of the units going to next? Ghouls are gonna go ahead and try and clean up this expansion as well. Staff of Teleportation and Death Knight shows up to the party. Gonna be able to finish off these peasants pretty easily. 300 hit point death coils and mana for days to finish off, well, the remainder here. Crypt Fiends being brought back over. Death Knight could easily clear off this peasant. I don't know why he isn't. Robo Goblin, where is he going? Crypt Fiend is right there. Gonna try and... you would think with a giant mallet like that, splat a bug. Like that's like the scary cockroach, right? One giant cockroach, you hit it with a giant mallet, and it still is somehow alive. All right, making its way back off to the north here. Lich shows up to the party. Necropolis. Are we gonna see cluster rockets right here to try and clear things up here? Well, Staff of Teleportation gonna finish off the gold mine. Is that the last building? Units are gonna try and retreat back. There is a bit of cluster damage there as the Goblin Zeppelin is going to be able to pick back up this unit. Goblin Tinker in a little bit of trouble, able to be lifted back out once again. All right, finds a ghoul, finishes it off. Where are all of these units going to next? All right, nothing here. Real true building here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Including the gold mine. Nothing here. Hunt for the red expansion. All right. So what building here and then one building off right there, and that is actually going to be problematic. All right, let's go ahead. Clockwork Goblin Tinker being brought back over, trying to smack down this building. 900 hit points, continuing to hit. Acolyte not nearby to even repair. Are we going to see a bit of rocket? No, Staff of Teleportation in order to get away. Where is he going off to? Teleports back here, and he's going to repair. I think FQQ is actually going to end up winning this game. FQQ, with this one base here, peasants repairing, the undead cannot actually move over. He doesn't have any, well, no, he has one acolyte. Where is that acolyte? It should be trying to repair this building as well. More staff. Well, in comes the Death Knight. Death Knight gonna go ahead and Staff of Teleportation out. Death Coils finishes off a peasant here. There is a little bit more damage, and wow, that Shade dodging a bit of damage right there once again. As we're gonna see a Goblin Zeppelin. All right, Death Coil, Death Knight actually not gonna be able to join in on the battle. This is actually huge. That Staff of Teleportation is still on cooldown. He needs a Zeppelin to get in, as the Death Knight now, or the Goblin Tinker now gonna just make its way over. How many hits does it take to destroy an 800 hit point Necropolis with a level 7 Goblin Tinker, as that damage is adding up, already down to 500, 400, 300 damage, 4 more hits. This could end up being the game here. Is that the last building trying to get that last hit? And there it is. FQQ destroys all of Cement, takes the game, even though he is 40,000 points behind. Gets the game right there. At that point, at that stage, I think there is no chance that Cement could actually win. Cement would have needed to get up to that high farm and actually deal damage to that, and that wouldn't have been possible either. Not enough range, doesn't have air units, and no way to collect any gold either. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that crazy game. One more game for you right after this.